White Lotus episode 2. Let's check in with everyone. So the three besties, these three women gossip down. They're the kind of gossipers that will repeat the tea that you told them. They gossip so much. We find out that Lori has been going through it, okay? Listen, her husband divorced her. Her daughter is allegedly biting people. And her firm didn't pick her to be partner or something like that. They all get a wellness assessment from Valentin. Now, pay very close attention to Valentin during this. He basically told Jacqueline and Lori the same thing. They end with a switch up of a debrief between Lori and Kate this round. They talk about Jacqueline, 10 years younger husband. They call her a narcissist. And they talk about how she got so much Botox and filler that she looks like Saw. They didn't say that. I'm just saying that. Just like on last week's episode with Lori, Jacqueline hears herself being dragged. So this week, it's the same thing. Now these two. Guy Talk got friend zoned by Luke harder than Shep is getting friend zoned by Sienna on Southern Charm. If you know, you know. He also got beat up from trying to stop the robbery later in the episode. I made a Southern Charm reference specifically because it was revealed that Mike White told the actors that play the Ratliff family to study the show Southern Charm. Most of you watching this are already Bravo fans, so you know what I mean by that. But I bet the cast is feeling like, oh my God, how cool is it to have such a big show study you for reference? And it would be cool, but the reference is not simply for the mannerisms or the accent that they have, but also for the more unsavory things like, the racism.
What? Aren't they all supposed to be a little special?
The drug abuse.
You should have taken my lorazepam. I slept like a corpse.
What are you talking about? You take Adderall all day.
So I can get shit done, yeah.
You straight up have illegal things going on, like with the dad, mainly. We find that out later on in the episode. Not to mention the incest undertone that the South is famous for.
Action says you never had sex.
Has become an overtone at this point. But go off. And it's fun to be able to get actually why they wanted them to study Southern Charm, because I definitely see the similarities. It also helps with my fan casting of Mike White to the Traitors. I feel like he would be a really good traitor, but he probably won't go on there because he has this hit show, so why would he? Maybe just for fun. Then Kate and Victoria know each other from back home, but Victoria does not care about that lady at all. And Victoria snubs her to her face and perfectly delivers like a Mariah Carey, I don't know her, when she leaves the table. It was so funny. Parker Posey also says that actresses are basically prostitutes if they're lucky. And she's saying that as herself, Parker Posey, not as her character. In the end, we find out that Timothy is doing all kind of illegal stuff back home, and he is for sure implicated. Timothy is played by Jason Isaacs. Comic-Con revealed that they will be doing a cruise, and he will be one of the special guests. I think it's next year. Remember that he played in Harry Potter. He also played in Cars and Avatar. So this dude resume is stacked. Moving on. Rick begrudgingly goes for a meditation session with the woman who was on the first episode with Zion. Do you remember in the flashback? And he reveals that he's always stressed out and he had a really tough upbringing. He reveals that his mom was a drug addict who overdosed when he was only like 10 years old, and his dad was murdered before he was born. And then his girlfriend from Sex Education, Chelsea, introduces him to her new bestie, Chloe, who is dating Gary/Greg, and then they go shopping. And while they're there, the jewelry shop gets robbed. It was crazy. The four have dinner together, and Gary has been there a year, and he has no kind of cover story or explanation as to what he does. If a man says he does this and that for work, run. It's crazy that he hasn't worked on his cover story because he knows that he did my girl Tanya wrong. Also, during the episode, Belinda and Pornchai give each other massages, and Pornchai has a body on him, honey. Belinda lets it slip out.
Oh, my stomach. No, my stomach. Your stomach.
Okay.
And baby, I hope it happens by the end of the season. Meanwhile, this diva, Shritala, gives a performance and it eats. Dua Lipa could never. Make this the new theme song since people hate the theme song so much. Speaking of the theme song, the OG one that y'all do love so much does play during the episode. Did you catch it? Rick hears that Shritala's husband is in Bangkok fighting for his life, and he looks like he is up to no good. I don't know where this is leading, but I'm excited to find out. Now, theories. A lot of you are not trusting of Mook. That came out of nowhere. I don't see why yet, but let me know. But if you notice later, I wouldn't trust Valentin because before the robbery, he distracted Guy Talk by talking about a fight when he left on the motorcycle. He was like, I can get you tickets to a fight, and then that's when they came in and robbed the store. As far as who's gonna die, I'm still confused. It's too early. I'm just gonna stick with my original thought, which was Greg for my #1 pick. Okay, I've started asking you guys what you're thinking of the season, and I want to do this every single week. You guys were in my inbox at Bravo While Black. A lot of you did respond. I want to read a few on this video, but make sure that when I ask you next week, you respond so you can get included in the videos. Glitter Cheese, also known as Lisa, I don't know how to say her last name, but shout out to Lisa. She actually has a Netflix special called Night Owl. She said that she is loving it. Me too, I'm loving it. I feel like there was a lot of exposition in the first episode and in the second, so it can only get better from here, hopefully. TXBRN guy, he said, it's all unfolding. The gunshots could be a disgruntled employee of Saxon, possibly, or the dad, Timothy. I can agree with this theory. Steve Brett Young said, loved it. Could do without the incest storyline with Parker Posey's family. You and me both. You know what I think happened? I think that they saw people cheer on like House of the Dragon and Challengers and all this stuff, and they were like, let's just put some borderline edgy stuff in there and see if people like it. But I can do without it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not Game of Thrones. It's not House of the Dragon. It's just disturbing. Jessica, she said, I can't watch until Tuesday. Well, baby, good thing about it, today is Wednesday, so you saw it. Let me know what you think, Jessica. DM me. Rachel said, did you see Mike White had the Ratliff actors watch Southern Charm to prepare? And that is exactly what I talked about. Yes, I saw that, and I'm just like, interesting, because if you follow me, you know that I watch Southern Charm every week simply because I've been watching the show for a long time. And you guys know that the themes of White Lotus are these rich, out of touch, usually all white people learning a thing or two, and I really love the way that they do that. So yeah, Southern Charm and White Lotus Pipeline is hilarious. Sleepy23 said, the siblings are freaking me out. You and me both. Aaliyah, the little beast, shout out to her. She's on my Patreon this week. Thank God the sister had an appropriate reaction to her gross brothers. Yes. By the way, the sister is on this show on Amazon. I'll probably get to it next week, but it's like a remake of a show that Reese Witherspoon did. And I was trying to figure out where I know her from, but I finally like saw it and I'm like, okay, that's her. Sun.yeah said, must watch again. So good. Patrick Schwarzenegger is totally playing himself. I believe it because they are rich and out of touch. Schwarzenegger's Kennedy's, you know, all those people, he doesn't have to reach that deep. Either way, he is a good actor, and I did like seeing his thing that Chris Pratt also liked seeing. Miss Ray, shout out to Miss Ray. I like that the chaos is unfolding sooner. Exactly. This is only the second episode, and there's already been a shooting, which is wild. Screaming Bloody Mary, love the username, absolutely loved, but the ending was a little meh. I have a lot of new theories though. Okay, so come back to me next week with your theories, because I feel like the third episode always gives a hint to what to come for the season. Hold on. Ederinda Headlights. Loved it. Those three white lady friends are fascinating. They are a gossip session with those bitches would heal me, okay? I need to gossip down like that. Like, tell me all of everyone's business, please. Amash Marie said it's building, absolutely. And Lula Hoop, the song the owner performed should be the theme song. Thai pop diva. Exactly what I said. Okay, guys, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share this with your friends. I'll be back next week to talk about episode 3.